Y'all, we are trying to do this thing. I have so many lights over here. I'm going to do the intro. That looks nice. I'm going to do the intro while YouTube notifies people I'm here. This is my first time ever doing a live stream from my laptop. So I'm just hoping everything goes well. Hello and welcome. If you're new here, welcome back. If you've been here before, we're going to start with Tillamook. I call my channel the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. The troll just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self. And the troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. As you're watching content, try not to feel like you need to use a certain tool, a certain product, a certain technique, because that's what they're telling you have to use. Use whatever you want to. Hey, Alicia, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we are about self-acceptance, hey, Dawn, and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if we want to, when we want to, but never feeling like we have to. So I do hope that resonates with you if you are new here. And I hope it serves as an affirmation for you if you have been here and you heard it before. Two things I need to let you know if you're new. Hey, Grace, is I do curse sometimes in live streams and in videos because I curse sometimes, period. And hey, Sandy. And there is an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. I do always say, excuse me, whether I think you heard it or not. So, y'all, I am so excited. I'm nervous. Because, one, I've never done a live from here because the lighting is horrible. I have that little ring light that I have attached to my laptop, and the ring light that was at my station, the newer one I bought, I have that in the back too. So if I turn off the one in the back, this is what we look like. This is what the one in the back. And so I'm nervous because I'm hoping YouTube cooperates. And that's why I'm on my laptop, because it was like 4 a.m. I did a test on my phone to do a live and it cut me off, just like it kept doing when I tried to come on at 8 o'clock last night. And then I tried again before I went to bed at 6 o'clock. You stay nervous about life. And when I tried again at like 6 o'clock, it still cut me off again. I thought, you know what? Let me see if I can do it from the laptop. And so when I did a test from the laptop, after like 20 seconds, the time started over. And I'm like, but it still just kept going. And I remember that happened before one of the long ones when it was like almost 2 hours. And it tells me I'm live and it runs the time. Hey, Sarah. And then I don't know what happened, but then it clicked and said you're live and it started the time from 0. And I was like, what? And so I am thinking that is what happened, but it did not cut me off. I'm going to put this under my laptop just to raise it a little bit. Y'all, I got so much stuff to show y'all. That's going to put, oh, that's nice. And y'all know what? This might be where we be because the lighting, I mean, it's a lot of shadows and stuff, but we have a lot to do. And because I did it from the laptop, thank you, Sandy. This does help me having space. And so this might be where I do my lives at. And because I'm on my laptop, I can be like looking up stuff on my phone, like, you know, Grace does, stuff like that. But anyway, so what we're going to do, so when I posted for members, like, what should I do? Dawn gave some really good suggestions. And so she has said one of her suggestions, because she gave a lot, Miss need to do videos, Dawn. One of her suggestions was reading poetry. Y'all, I have so much writing. And so I went to my poetry book and I found, excuse me for that hiccup, I found a piece of prose. Prose is like poetry, but not quite because it doesn't rhyme. It's more like maybe a short story type thing or flash fiction. Flash fiction is a short story that's under 1,000 words. A short story is like 1,000 to 10,000 words. So I am going to read that. Also, I wanted to show you what I took with me when I went overnight to New Jersey. Yes, this is that Fashion Fair Freddy Krueger bag. I didn't use anything in here because I ended up not even spending the night. That's another story. I want to also show y'all the brush caddy and base that I got from my Kitco. Is this backwards on your end? I think it is backwards on your end. You threw out some good stuff, Dawn. Is this backwards on your end? And I kind of think it might be. because this is over. Well, why did I do all that? This is to my right. Why did it just get brighter? I don't know, but I like it. So I wanted to show y'all what's in here. Y'all, this is full. I love this thing, and I found it for a good deal that it included both the outer case and the inner compartment. And I keep forgetting her name here on YouTube. I think it might be Julie Ruby. She was saying if you get it, make sure you get the base. And it was like 107. It was on sale somewhere for both of them together. So I got that. But right now, y'all, let me know if y'all saw my lethal and 669 looks. Let me know if y'all saw that video of the 3 looks we did. And we did go by rows and used all the lethal shadows in that dupe palette. So let me know if y'all saw that. And I need to slow down, y'all. I just feel I'm just anxious. And I have been sipping Mountain Dew, but that's not why. Thank you, Sarah. Did everybody else see that that's here right now? I'm being rude. I was texting my big sis about some nonsense that's happening. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, not you guys. I was texting her back. So this is the 669. It's upside down. And I do wish that the palette came out because I would just keep the case. But it's glued in, and I'm right now. It's a recent one. I think it just aired last week because what I did was I did one eye top row with 669, the other eye top row with Lethal Cosmetics because I wanted to see how close we got with duping the shades. So this is 669, and it is officially dead. And since we've done the looks, we are going to have a moment of silence. I remember saying it was in the coffin. I just need to close the coffin. So let's just have a moment of silence for 669. So 669 is officially done. And I don't feel sad about it because the looks we did were very similar with the dupes that I did from Lethal. And by the way, I did message Lethal about the possible collab, and I sent them pictures of 669 and the Lethal dupe that I did. And I sent them, I think, 3 of my Lethal playlists. And I sent them the dupe video. And so I don't think I'm large enough at all to collab with them. Teresa's Dead has done 2 collabs with them, but her channel is a whole lot larger than mine. So the first thing I'm going to show you, which is going to be messy, I'm going to show you what I took with me. One of my uncles isn't doing well. And so I went up to Jersey to hang with his daughter and to see family and to visit him. And so I took this thinking, when I get up the next day, I'll put on makeup, y'all. I ended up coming home because it was such a long day for me. I had like 3 hours of sleep. And I'm like, okay, if I stay here, and I did pack a bag, and this was in my bag. I thought, number one, I'm not going to sleep at night because I don't sleep at night. And they were going to get up and have breakfast at like 7 a.m. So I'm like, okay, the house is going to be awake and alive. And I'm going to still just be like, oh, and then still have to drive home. So I ended up coming home that night. But this is what I took with me. I don't know why, y'all, but remember that bag of sponges? And I did wash it. And I took this with me because for some reason, I'm like, I'm going to use a sponge because some clients might want to use a sponge. So I took this with me. And then it made me realize I need to wash the other ones that's in the bag. The new ones. But so I took this, and really because I didn't want to take a lot of brushes, I took this brush to use for powder products. This is, they don't sell this anymore. It's a 50.5 Pro Mini Flawless Light Powder Brush. I don't know if I still have a large one like this from Sephora. So I took this in here, and there's another one in here. Hey, Lock. How you doing? And I took this one, the larger one of this is a 47.5 mini foundation brush. I have a large one, which is here that I used to use, or do I still have it, that I use for foundation. So these are the only 2 brushes that I took. Okay, so what else did I take? I need to put this over here. So when I get up, it can just be ready to be put away. Because I'm not putting all this back in this bag. I don't know. I took the Milk Hydro Grip Face Primer, and it's halfway because I pumped some into an airless pump that I keep in my kit. And of course, I put a label on it. All right, this is something that irritated me because it wasn't true. Not the first part I'm gonna tell you. People swore up and down that this was a dupe. Well, the e.l.f. Power Grip was a dupe for this. My skin says otherwise. The Power Grip from e.l.f., it dried my face out like nobody's business. Love your base makeup. What's your cheek situation? Y'all know I have been doing cream stuff, right? And I have been telling y'all I've been missing my powder stuff. So we have on, I don't know which way to turn. I have on the House Labs bronzers, both of them, and around here on my nose and here. So that's why my nose is looking toasty. And I have on, I think this is Watermelon Bliss blush. And I have on the Fire Opal highlighter from House Labs. And I'm digging it. Y'all, I miss it so much. But I am going to still do more with cream products because for some reason it's in my head that people are going to want cream products. And they are more forgiving. Why does the light keep changing? Is it something I'm doing? They are more forgiving because if you put on too much of a cream product, go back with your foundation brush and tap over it and it's fixed. And so, but I don't know. So people are like, oh, the e.l.f. one is a dupe. No, it's not. It dried my face out so much. It was horrible. I'm like, this is not a dupe. But what irritated me was I did finish the last bonus lesson yesterday, well, actually this morning. But somewhere in the bonus lessons or one of the classes or something, she has said the Scandinavia spray was the exact same thing as the Urban Decay 24-hour setting spray. She said it's the exact same thing. I know that is not true. If you read the website, it will say they are formulated by the same people, but they formulated it different. And also, I know it's a lie because the all-nighter turns me into an oil slick within 3 hours. The Scandinavia does not. So when I heard her say that, I'm like, that's a lie. And if you're a company that's making two different products, even if it's the same one, if you put it in a different container and call it something different, isn't that misleading to the public? So even if it was true, that would be dishonesty on the brand's part. So I'm just like, what? Like, do you hear yourself? But then because people don't know, they might be like, oh, it's the same exact thing. It's not the same exact thing. So I was irritated by that. I took with me, this is in no order. Oh, this I thought, this is one of the 0.4 ounces of Makeup Forever, the HD. I took this because when I swatched it on my hand next to the Fenty 335, it looked almost the same. So I said, you know this? I do. The Scandinavia is the bomb. I love it. And it looked the same on the back of my hand. So I thought, I'll take this and just see because I do want to work on just practicing color correction. You got Dragon Fruit Days today, Lot? That was the light pink one, right? Because I remember Lavender Blonde is the lavender one. Is that the pinky one, Dragon Fruit Days? And I did look at that at one point. But I'm like, okay, I have 7 blushes. Like, no, just stop with the House Labs. But I'm excited for you. It's something with that formula. Oh my gosh, I just love that formula. And so it looked like it was the same shade. So I had took this thing, I would put this on with the sponge. But I ended up not using it. And even though they changed their numbering system, this is 3N42. But then they have the old system underneath in parentheses that says Y415. Well, the N in 3N is neutral, but the Y means is yellow. So I'm like, which undertone is it? ABH Dewy Set is your favorite, says Sandy. I have not tried the ABH one. I have seen it. But the Dewy Set, does it make you look dewy or like glowy, luminous, or does it just look regular? Because the Scandinavian one does give me a slight glow, but it's not like dewy, if that makes sense. And so the numbering system, it confused me. So now it's saying it's neutral, but under the old letters and numbers, this was yellow, which means it was warm. So now I'm confused. It gives a little bit of a luminous glow. Okay. That's pretty cool. So that confused me with those. And I do know I definitely need to start mixing. Y'all, okay, let me ask y'all this. And most of y'all in here, if not everybody in here almost, is our members. Would you like me to do a live of my entire kit? Because one of the other ideas that Dawn gave, that Janessa co-signed on, was talking about what my perfect professional makeup kit would look like. And I kind of already have it that way, except for palettes. And I'm thinking to get, when I'm looking over here, I'm looking at comments because it's down here. I'm thinking of getting Natasha Denona palettes, being selective, like at her end of year sale, like when they're almost like half off or buy one, get one free. Because number one, the PAO is 2 years, it's 24 months, which means I can keep them for a long time. But then I thought about the bright cool tone pink. Yeah, and the original House Labs blush release. That was a pretty shade. And I looked at it, I swatched it in the store, and it made me look a little dusty, but I think it's my undertone, but it is really pretty. And I do think it would work for me because I thought Lavender Blonde wasn't going to work for me, and that looks really nice on me. It's just something where formulas, whatever shade, they just work. So when I'm thinking about the Natasha Denona palettes, like each one is its own thing. The nude, the warm, the yucca palette, Circle Loco, Biba, like each one is its own thing. But then I thought, what if somebody wants brights or bolds? And then I thought Circle Loco. But then I'm like, still, and that large marble palette they put in it, it's okay. It's an okay palette. So then I thought about, what if I build another palette of Lethal Shadows? Because Lethal Shadows is also 24 months for the PAO. And and not have multi-chromes or dual chromes, because if they say, oh, I want a light green look, and I take a green shade and it comes up brown because it's dual chrome or multi-chrome, like that's not what they asked for. And so I was thinking of, this is throwing me off because my screen is showing me flipped. So that's why I'm like, why? Yeah, this site was here, but then, all right, okay. Let me just, I'm thrown off because it's flipped. Of just their metallics and some of their shimmers. So if somebody does want a shimmer, I'll have that. Because my thing is, I want stuff that's going to last long. Makeup Forever lasts, at least 30 months or more. Matte products, at least 30 months or more. So I did get stuff that would keep, and the stuff that I'm not opening yet, the stuff for deeper skin tones, that'll last until 3 months after 3 years after I open it. So I do almost have my perfect kit. But if y'all would like me for a live stream to show you the entire kit so far, I will definitely do that. And part of me feels like I went overboard because the concept is buy lights. You're feeling backwards because of YouTube. I know that is funny because I'm always kind of trippy anyway, right? So the concept is buy darks or deeps and buy lights, because then you can mix the two and get your midtones. But me, I'm like, I'm gonna just get everything. And I like that the palettes do say, like the fair, fair, medium, deep, because then if I just have one client to go see, I can just take that one palette and not take the whole big palette that people depot in and open stuff up, because then the time is running on everything because the whole thing is open. And so I do get the concept, but I'm still, y'all know I do things how I do it. So I was going to put this on the back of my hand. It looked like it was a match, but we'll see. And I also took my Estee Lauder concealer. I have this on today, excuse me, and under my eyes, and the Pat McGrath primer and foundation, because these are empty. These are done. And even though this looks like it is, it's just on the sides. This is no longer pumping. And even looking at it, it's like, and I opened these in March, and this is September. Those are done. They're completely used up. And I also took I took a Sigma bronzer. I like your thinking quality for your kit. Yes, and it's expensive, but I have several discounts already. Makeup Forever, MAC. It's a site called Nigel, and they have like just different brands, and they do carry some Inglot. I didn't go for the Inglot Pro discount because they give 20%, and I can get 20% from the other sites. You know what I mean? I have going through my blushes as a way to talk myself out of Hourglass Lotus palette, Lotus Flower palette. That is a pretty palette though. And I'm like, no. Because I ended up not keeping the ones that I had. And there wasn't anything wrong with them. I just realized that I don't know, it was just, I realized I really wasn't using them. And when I did use them, I was neglecting the other stuff, like having the individual House Labs blushes and bronzers. I can just pick and choose. Well, you can pick and choose with the face palette too. And I was thinking it would be handy for a pro kit, but then every year I would need to toss it and get a new one, which is why they come out every year, because the PAO was 12 months. For ourselves, yes, we keep it longer, but working on other people, we are supposed to throw stuff away. And I'm like, do I want to spend $90 every year for a face palette? No, not when I can get Makeup Forever and MAC, and that'll last me like almost 3 years. It's just the products look nice, and if they do, but I'm reminding myself that most shades look close when they're on my skin. Yep, look close on your skin. Yeah, yeah. And so I took this blush and dark. This one Grace has sent me. So I took that one with me. I took the cream blush that she sent me from Sigma. And I took the powdered ColourPop blush that she sent me to set the blush. I took almost like a whole face and ain't used none of it. And I also put in here this Studio Fix Sculpt and Shape Contour Palette, which is from MAC. And so this will last, the PAO, it'll last at least 30 months. So this is what that looks like. And what I've been doing with this is I've been using this one as a contour. I've been using this as a blush, and either this one or this one as a highlight. And I did try this one as a contour. It was okay. A little dark for me, but it was workable if I don't go heavy. And this, I think I tapped over a blush one time just to see. So I can actually use this entire thing. And it does say this is medium dark to dark. And so I do really like this. And I do need to spray it down before I see clients, because that's from the kit. I took my Hourglass Radiant Light. I took my Fashion Fair Set It Loose powder, which is awesome because this has been in this bag and I've been waiting for y'all to show me what I took. I've been using the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Translucent Setting Powder, I think. And I have it on today, and I like it, but I don't. And I think I'm just used to that this just gives me like just a little bit of color, even though it does blend into my skin tone. And so if my under eyes are looking a little sallow, that's why, because the translucent is under there and not this one. But I do still like the Too Faced one. And I did depot the Too Faced, and what's left is what I'm using at my station, because I put the other one in my kit. Just for easy lips, I took the Fenty Gloss Bomb, and this one is in Fenty Glow. And for lower lash line and inner rims, both of these are matte color excess gel pencil eyeliners. We have Hellbent, which is kind of a green, and we have Stay the Night, which is like a dark blue. So yeah, I took a whole face except eyeshadow, and then came home and didn't use any of it. Lancome mascara base and Lancome Definitive mascara. I'm going to say I'm running out of space, but there's so much more space here than at my station. So I'm just like, what am I saying? I took Scandinavia, the finishing spray, one of the small ones. And this one I have a label. This is the Scandinavia Makeup Removal Spray. And I have 2 singles of the Neutrogena wipes. And so that's what I took with me that I did not use, because I came home and it was good seeing my uncle. It was sad. I'm gonna just leave that there. But he did better the next day, because I did touch base with my cousin. And so we as a family are just taking it day by day with him. But it was good to see him and my aunts and some of my cousins. Listen, y'all, one of my cousins showed up at the hospital. I didn't know who he was, because I haven't seen him probably in like 20 years. But he came in with another cousin, and I know her, and she's real cool. So I thought he was with her. So I gave her a hug. Hey, good to see you. And him, I'm like, hey, how you doing? I gave him a hug. So I'm thinking he's with her. It turns out that he was my cousin. I ain't seen in so long. I didn't know who he was, y'all. And the cousin I went with, the one whose dad we went to see, she was like, you hugged him and I know who he was. I said, well, he was with her, and I know she cool. So I thought, he was. Have that happened to y'all where you ran into a relative you haven't seen in so long you didn't know who they were? And I played it off so he didn't know I didn't know who you were. But I kept thinking it might not. I think it probably was about 20 years. Because I know I'm not around a lot, but he's not around even more than I'm not around. And I said, I'm gonna just play it off because somebody's gonna say something. I'm gonna be like, oh, that's who he is. And so that's what happened. But I was just like, oh. And then I kept looking at him, like trying not to stare. Because I'm just like, that is him. But it was just weird. So that's the stuff I took. I am sliding y'all back. I have that ring light stand back here. So do y'all want to hear the prose right now? The poetry / prose? And it's prose. Do y'all want me to read something from here now? Or do y'all want to see what's in my Kitco brush kit for right now? And we are going to do both. And this does slide like on your luggage thing. This is heavy too. Everything I pack is always freaking heavy. So do y'all want to see this now? Or you want to hear me do some reading? So y'all let me know. Dawn says she hasn't seen family in years and they're all 1 to 2 hours away. My family in Jersey is like an hour away, 45 to 60 minutes away. And I'm that family member that, okay, you may not hear from me or see me. See, this is on this side. I'm mixed up because this side, yeah, keeps going over. And for some reason, I keep wanting to fix this side. I'm that family member. Let's have a read, says Sandy. Awesome. Just all lost touch, no hate, no interest. Yeah, and it's all love. Like one of my cousins, he has a nice house. He has a huge yard. So he's where we go for like Thanksgiving dinners, 4th of July. And so a lot of us are there. And it's like, hey, I did it. I guess no love lost or anything. It's just everybody just do their own thing. But I'm the family member where you might not see me or hear from me for months. But when something go down, I'm like, where I need to be. Where I need to be, what I need to do. Like I'm that one, I'll pop up what's going on. And they do know that about me. And so this shirt, y'all. But yeah, so I'm in touch, but not in touch, like on a day-to-day. And so why does this keep getting brighter and darker? So my cousin had texted about her dad, and she said she was going up. I said, well, what time are you going there? I can meet you there. And she was like, you are so supportive. She's like, every time something happens, she's the one who ordered this cheerleading that I rolled with them to some of their competitions earlier this year. She's like, you are just so supportive. She's like, anytime something happens, you are just there. Or somebody told you good news, you show up. And I said, that's me. You might not see me or hear from me, but something go down. Just like with dude. All right, we are going to have a read, and I need to calm down. I feel hyper. That Mountain Dew, I took a couple sips, it's kicking in. What's ironic, though, about family, and I told my cousin this, my mom's side, it was 7 of them. They all talk like throughout every friggin' day. Like they are like this. Every day they talk on and off. And you guzzling something to do? Oh, I sip mine on. I don't guzzle. I'm acting like this off of a couple sips. Like I can't guzzle because I'll really just be going. But so I was telling my uncle, I had told him, I said, you're the only one that checks on me. And he was like, what do you mean? I said, all the aunts and uncles, you're the only one that'll just call and be like, I haven't heard from you in a couple months, so I'm just checking on how you're doing. You're not a sipper of anything since doing all or nothing. And he was like, are you serious? I said, yeah. And even amongst us cousins, like we're all cool, but it's like, see you when I see you. Or if something happens, or like the one cousin where we go to for barbecues and stuff, he'll text, an invite or something like that. But other than that, it's just, you know what I mean? And my uncle was surprised at that. And so I was talking to my cousin about it. I said, it is just so, the generations are so different. All of them are so close, the aunts and uncles, but us cousins, we're just... And he was like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. I said, you're the only one that will call and be like, I haven't heard from you. I'm just checking on you. Nobody else in my family, none of my other aunts and uncles check on me. But then it's reciprocated because I don't really be like, hey, how you doing either. Once in a blue moon. But yeah, it's just different. So This, I did read this when I was trying to figure out what to find to read. And I have that it's 5 pages, but it's really only 3 because after I wrote it, I then wrote down like the interpretation of it. And that happens to me. That happens to me when I have dreams. I'll get up and I'll write them down, or I'll type it in a memo or email to myself instead of actually getting up and coming to my computer. And then, like, as I'm writing it out or typing it out, the interpretation will come to me, and so then I'll write that afterwards. Um, I don't consider myself a religious person. I consider myself a spiritual person, because of experiences that I've had. And my therapist calls it the heebie-jeebies. Like sometimes I'll just know something, or I get a feeling about something, and I'll speak on it, and that'll be what it really is. And other people are like, how did you know that? Like, I'm intuitive is what people call it. And my chosen family brother, he says about me, he's like, you're ever perceptive. Like, I can just look at somebody and be like, and I'll say something and they be like, how did you know? I just pick up on stuff. So sometimes it's more pronounced than other times, and I think it just depends on where I'm at in my life. And if I'm settled, like if I'm going through chaotic stuff, I pick up a lot less. But when I'm at a place of just calm and everything in my life is just flowing, I tend to pick up more of other people's stuff. Seeing a spider give me the heebie-jeebies. Here's a true story about my therapist, and he was like, he looked at me like, this was last year. Now they have their second child. Um, I had asked him, this was like maybe last summer or the fall. I think it had been the summer because he left work for maternity leave, I think, like toward the fall. And I had said to him, I said, so are you and your wife planning on having another baby? And he went, why did you ask me that? And I said, I'm just curious. He said, keep your heebie-jeebies over there out in the lobby. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then he's like, wait a minute. Like when, he's like, I'm trying to think of when we told family because we waited to tell family until, the 3 months, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I said, seriously, it was just a question. And he was like, he kept looking at me like, and then he was like, I'm trying to remember like when we did tell family because I wouldn't have told clients before we told the family. Like he was really thrown off and trying to run back the time. And hey, Tanya. And so I explained to him why I asked him and this is really true. This is why I asked him because before I left for my appointment, I was watching on one of Karen Harris's videos. And she was saying they were on their second child, when she was pregnant with the second child. And so I started thinking about how some people, they do want to have their kids back to back. And then some people will have a kid and they want to wait like 5 years and have another one. And so it was just on my mind, like, which type of couple are they? Like, do they want kids back to back or do they want to wait? That's all it really was, y'all. And I explained it to him. And he was sitting there like, he said, keep them heebie-jeebies over. I said, no, I'm telling you why it was just a question because I was watching this video and they're on their second child. And the first one is, a year and a half or so, blah, blah, blah. But he wasn't buying it, y'all. He was like, don't bring them heebie-jeebies in here. And I'm like, it was just a question. And it was, are you guys planning another one soon? It wasn't like, oh, your wife is pregnant, huh? Like, it wasn't like I knew because I didn't. But he was just like, and he would sit back and then he would sit up again and be like, it was funny. But anyway, so we're going to get into some prose here. Let me calm myself. Walking against negative circumstances of life, a physical and emotional journey. I wrote this September 15, 2015, between 10:44 a.m. and 12:15 p.m. I've always been organized. I write down the whole thing. Life is like walking against negative circumstances, a gusty, sometimes multi-directional storm filled with situational debris. You keep walking as it continues approaching you. Life doesn't sleep. It doesn't sleep. It doesn't rest. Circumstances never cease. They continuously move forward in opposing directions. You strive to walk into the wind, to keep moving forward, to break through the negative circumstances. There are differences between you, life, and circumstances. You get tired, you sleep, sometimes you don't go forward. There are times you backtrack or simply stop. You have to be awake and flexible with forward motion at all times. If you sleep, pressure may settle on top or around you. You'll find that it's difficult to move in any direction. You'll be bogged down, maybe even confused about which direction to take. There seems to be a physical weight holding you down, forbidding you to move. It's a burden that you carry without even knowing when or why it came and clothed you. You get tired, so you rest, unknowingly leaving yourself open. You feel as if you're being bombarded from all directions, like that saying, when it rains, it pours. Except this is life's negative circumstances that have tumultuously swayed you. Your weariness left you defenseless, and your new perception has moved in and pounded life out of you. You've stopped moving, and wham, you're being hit from where or from on what side you don't even know, over and over again from seemingly all directions at once. You're left hurt and confused. You don't know what's going on. Life is beating you up. Circumstances are flowing around you with you as its target. I've heard it said it's difficult to hit a moving target. Well, you stopped moving. No wonder you're getting bombarded. You've started to move once again, though you're going backward. Okay, so yes, some say you have to know where you come from to know where you're going. I say, if you go back to where you came from, you're back where you started. If you go back to where you came from, you know where you're going backward. Think about it. Life always moves forward. Our life's purpose dictates we walk into, against, and out of the storm. If life's wind is moving forward, you're walking with it. If you're moving backward, it's because you're letting circumstance guide your steps. You've allowed happenstance to write the pages in your book. You've given up because moving forward was difficult. It's easier to let go and let circumstance have its way with you. And yet you complain, lacking the understanding that it was your choice to give up. I wrote earlier that you have to be awake and flexible with forward motion at all times. What does that mean? Glad you asked. Being awake is being conscious of what's going on internally and externally. When you're awake, you're aware of your surroundings and what's happening, and your mind is able to counter any problems because you're utilizing your defenses. Being flexible is exactly that. I wrote above explaining negative circumstances are like a gusty, sometimes multi-directional storm filled with situational debris. Your flexibility will allow you to bend into the wind, to sidestep the debris, and even hurdle over pieces too large or low to move away from. Are you seeing now why you need to be awake and alert? You can see what's coming and you do what's necessary to move through, sidestep, or hurdle over obstacles. Forward motion at all times allows you constant progression toward your goals. Remember, the push and pull of circumstance is sometimes multi-directional. Being awake, alert, and flexible keeps you from being shifted onto another course, a course not of your choosing. Are you internally motivated? Do you have an internal locus of control? If so, you're awake, alert, and moving forward. Are you externally motivated? Do you have an external locus of control? If so, though you despise it, you've allowed an outside force to take you when and where it will. If this sounds like you and you truly desire something different, you must wake up. Put on trekking boots and lace them up, do some stretches and march on. Be prepared to push through, sidestep, and hurdle over anything that threatens to remove you from your chosen path, even if it's yourself. If you are holding back, let that part of you go. It's all a choice. Are you simply existing or are you living your life? You choose. that's that. So what do y'all think? I do always click monetization, Tanya, but I'm surprised that you're seeing lives now because I always click that same button. Maybe it's because I scheduled it from on my laptop. I'm not sure. Thank you, Sarah. I know when I was reading that, I'm like, damn, like my goofy ass do be saying some deep stuff every now and then. So thank you, Dawn. It's been a thing for a while, but it's weird because sometimes there are none. Tanya, YouTube just loves you the most. I haven't seen an ad in Dion's lives yet. Oh, that is kind of strange. Hey, Michelle. So, sounds like great advice for all of us, says Dawn. Yes, I wrote that 9 years ago. I wrote that in 2015. And I have a lot of writing, and I used to still write almost every day. And then when COVID came and everything shut down, I was cool because I don't go a lot of places anyway. But then like in 2021, Dawn had 3 ads so far. Oh, somewhere in 2021, I just kind of shut down too. And I haven't written or edited anything. And I have a lot of stuff. I have a couple books. I just need to go back and re-edit before I hire an editor, but I haven't. And so thank you, Dawn, for the suggestion to read poetry because it did just make me go back. And when I was reading it, I'm like, you know what? I need to get back on track. You do, Sarah? And so I used to write almost every day. And even some of the dreams I would write out as poetry or prose. But yeah, when I read that, I was just like, wow. I'm like, I wrote that. My life didn't change. I work in a grocery store. It's enlightening to revisit a memory on paper that you once experienced, assessing how you have evolved since and perhaps remain similar. Do I have any journal publications? Do I? I have a few. I don't remember what they are because they were a long time ago. Not in the APA, no. I don't have any writing. I don't have any clinical writings. So the stuff I write is just either like short stories, flash fiction. I wrote a memoir. And so that's stuff that wouldn't be in the APA. I can't seem to write a decent animal grocery. Sandy, you're funny. I found when I was going through my stuff, and this was probably like 2018 or something like that. Might have been before that. And I was going through like my older writing because I have stuff going back to like elementary school, like seriously. And I found a piece of my writing that was it wasn't a yearbook, but it was a thing where it was when I was in high school. It was a thing where you can submit writing. And if you drew pictures, you can submit your drawings and they would match up a picture with a writing. And so I had a couple writings in that. That was back in high school. So they had this whole booklet thing. And I had a couple of things in there, so that was really cool. Here and there as an adult, just submitting stuff. But my idea is to have a poetry book. And that's why this is where it is. And I have, of course, a label on here. So I have prose. I have one of these with prose. I have another one with a full poetry collection going back from when I was a kid. And it's nice to see the progression because some of it is like just really like, what the hell is she talking about? But then over the years, you can see how it became more sophisticated. And so I am going to publish it like that because you can see the progression of my life and where I was at that time. And I have one of these with short stories. I have one of these with flash fiction. One of them has my memoir in it. And so I just have like so much stuff. And so thank you, Dawn, for taking me back so that I can start working on that again. Hey, Tony, I think I saw you earlier. Did I see you earlier, Tony? Oh, you just came in. Okay. So that is that. So yes, Dawn, thank you so much. Because it relit something in me I need to get back to getting stuff done and not just having stuff sitting here. Like the way I like to use my makeup, I need to start doing something with my writing. That's right. So we've unpacked. We had a moment of silence for 669. So I'm going to show you what's in my Kitco brush caddy set. This thing is, everything I pack is heavy, y'all. Oh my gosh. And the idea, well, this was from that lady on YouTube. So I'm going to tilt this down. Maybe I should sit this on top of something. Let me see. This is the other ring light thing. I told you I bought an extra one so I can travel with it. That didn't help much because I don't want to tilt you too much. Okay. So I think it was $107 and it came together and it came with the outer case. And inside, this comes separate. It is, and it's a lot of stuff. This in here, and it does have its own clip and its own handle. So this thing inside, this is all one piece that I sat inside of this. And she was saying, if you get it, make sure you get both of them. Otherwise, stuff will just be everywhere. And it comes with these plastic dividers, and you just, it tells you how to set them up. And of course, I kept the paper. So this is what the plastic pieces are, and it shows you how to set it up. It is nice, and I found it a deal for $107 for both of them. The website that she used, it was way more than that. And so I was just like, so I happened to see it at a good time. I remember showing y'all the brush set that I purchased from Amazon. I purchased the second set. And so these are really nice and really soft brushes. I'm trying to see, it's throwing me off. Damn it, like this is, it has me backwards. And so I did buy another set. And so there's the set of the eye brushes, and in the back, these are all like the face brushes over here. And over here this came in a pack, and it was like 10 in the pack. And so I just have all of those over here, and I put the eyeliner brushes over here. Okay, you can't really see them. These are different eyeliner brushes. This is really throwing me off. So, and there's more of these, but they're over here where the eyelash brow curler, these things are. I have some more inquiries, y'all, and I'm excited. In this pocket, because there was nothing in here, I did purchase, I think it came in an 8-pack of the gray microfiber cloths. And I have mine here, but I wanted stuff specifically for the kit. So I just stuffed that down over on this side. And in this side, I have cotton rounds. And so that is that. So we're going to zip this back up. You tuck this in here because there's Velcro just inside. And then you zip it up. Yeah, and this is a lot. And I thought, what is this? Oh, this is the journal that I showed y'all that came free with my Mac order. And I do have 2 of them because I placed a second order. So that just sits back here. So that'll be for me to keep notes for my clients. So what is in here is just the basic type skincare or makeup cleanup stuff. So over here, which I can't see now, I bought a set of these just in case I need to. This is really throwing me off. Pin somebody's hair back. And these say that they don't leave... what's the word? They don't leave like crimps in your hair. So I have, this is micellar water, and this is a Prime Promedics container, but I like how it pumps. This was the Prime Skin Water, and I have a label saying micellar water. I like this because you take the cotton pad and you press it on top, and it dispenses right into the cotton pad. And so that is in here. Microfiber cloth is good for cleaning brushes in between colors. And I don't do that because I might go back to it. And what is this paper? Oh, that's that. And I have, I don't know what's in here. Oh, this is Elf Energizing. These little things, I need to put these somewhere else. I probably should put these inside. These are more of those hair clips. Elf Revitalizing Spray infused with citrus oil. And I'm second guessing if I would use this because the first thing we're supposed to do, you have a Tarte micellar water container. You say because of that, because of that handy pump. And I do have another one of these, which does have the Prime water in it, but because I've been using the Scandinavia makeup removal spray, I haven't been using the micellar water or the Prime water. And I did really like the Prime water. I've been second guessing using this oil. If it's somebody with dry skin, I think I would, because the first thing we do, they say use micellar water, cotton round, just clean their whole face and then put on your, if you're using eye cream or face moisturizer or whatever. My concern with this oil is that if it is oily, hey, Melissa, if If this is oily, it's going to mess up the makeup application. But if they have dry skin, though, this may work. And so I could take this off of here. I have never used this, as you can tell. And now it's sticky. So glad to hear your live is working. Yes, and I'm on my laptop, and I think I may do them here from now on because I do like having space. I'm just putting a piece of tape over where that glue was so that way it's not sticky. And what else is in here? Oh, this is Beauty So Clean, a cosmetic mist. I put it in a bottle and put a label on it. A small spray bottle, as you see. And I don't need to have it in a bag because it's not going to spill over here. So I don't even know why I did that. And is there anything else in here? So that's what's on this side. You know what? I'm going to put these. I'm going to leave these out right now. So let me keep moving. But I think I'm going to put those inside. Inside maybe where the cloths are because they're just in the way over here. And if I take something out, I'm going to have to take them all out to do stuff. So we're going to flip to this pocket right here, y'all. Wait till y'all see all this stuff. When I open this stuff, will probably fall out. There's so much stuff in there. So on this side, oh, just in between the base and the outer corner, well, the outer shell, I have these. And I got these because of Hung Vango, excuse me for the glare. Because some people put their finger on somebody's face, he uses something like this so he doesn't have his finger on their skin. And so I got these because of him. I did. And I noticed last time when Fabulous 50 actually did my face, she did have foundation on her finger. And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting those. You use a daytime face oil, says Sandy. You find after a couple minutes it soaks in. I haven't seen it be a makeup issue. That's good to know. Thank you. Because I was really like, I don't know about this. All right, so let's go in here and see what's in here. Because this is sponge tip applicators, says my label. Y'all know I love sponge tip applicators. This one, wow, that's a lot of stuff in here. I'm like, what is this? This, I'm thrown off because on my side, it's, oh my gosh. This is this is Kiss Beauty Brow Soft Soap Makeup Art Cosmetics. I haven't used it yet. I've never used such a thing. Your skin runs dry. I think it's nice. Mine is dry to normal. Okay. And it does come with a little scraper thing and just the brow. I don't know why they call it brow soap. It's more like just a brow gel. Hey, Sylvia. So that's that. I did purchase, was it the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale? Urban Decay was 50% off. And I remember I do like this for myself. And so I purchased this, excuse me for the glare, for the kit. This is another Beauty So Clean mist. Why I put the other one in the bag and this one I didn't, I don't know. Y'all got stuff everywhere. What is this? Oh, this came with my Kitco order. It's a pen. And I just thought it was so cute. So I'm going to stick it somewhere. And also shadow shields. I only put a few because the box that it came in, it was a lot. So I'm like, I don't need a lot. And I like that it shows you, excuse me for the glares, like different ways you can use them. And so I only put these in it. And I don't even know how many's in here, but it's a lot. There are at least 10 sets in here, if not more. So I figure just carrying 2 will be more than enough. And I have tape. I forget why they said you should have tape. You like the anti-aging version of the Urban Decay Primer Potion. At one point, I had all of them because they had one that was like a shimmer, the Eden one, which was matte. Then they had the anti-aging one and then something else and then something else. And I was also using at that time, this goes way back, Tanya, probably to my Still a Junkie days. What was the other one? I forget what the other one was. But I had all of them at one point. Oh, I was also using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. And so I was trying to figure out like which one I like the best. or if they did anything different. And I found that for the Urban Decay one, they all kind of did the same thing, except the one that was matte. But I found that it desaturated some of the colors of the shadows I was using. So that was everything in here. But I remembered I liked it enough where I said I'm gonna put it in my kit. So y'all, I'm gonna open up the front of this. Uh-oh. There, y'all. Look at it. So that stuff is gonna be falling out. So in here we have eye masks. And no. I could put this in a quart size bag. These are samples, like skincare samples. And I said, I'll put them in here instead of buying like, a bottle of eye cream, face cream. I said, I'll use these samples. And so this is Pore Refining Primer. I'm not going to go through all of these. Pericone Brightening Moisturizer, Peach and Lily Moisturizer, Kate Somerville. So I said, I'll just use this stuff for the kit. And this is a bronzer boost thing. And I'm going to leave this out. I'm going to put this in a smaller bag because this does not need to be in this big bag. This, I can't even see. She was saying she likes the grapefruit wipes from Sephora. They're moisturizing cleaning wipes. Because remember how I said they say clean their face, cotton pad, cotton round, micellar water, whatever. Or you can just use like a wipe like this. And she said she liked the grapefruit one the best. They were sold out of the grapefruit. And I'm wondering why it was so inexpensive. There's only 10 in here. So I'm just like, this little tiny ass thing. But, for the price. And so I think I got two of these. That one I keep in here. What is this? Ole Hendrickson eye cream. This is from e.l.f. Super Hydrate Moisturizer with squalene. Or is it squalene? This is squalene, not squalene. Because they're both different, actually. And so, where am I? Down here, I bought I bought scissors. It came in a 2-piece set. These are like the ones I have here, except they're shorter because it's angled. And these are the ones I use to trim, not these, but mine, use to trim my brows. But it also came with this one, which is for if you're trimming nose hairs, and that's why they're not pointy. Because if you use something like this, you might scratch the inside of their nose. So it came in a 2-piece set. I am hoping to also have some male clients, because male clients, and they were saying, especially like real estate agents, they get headshots done every couple months for the website. So that might be something. These all came together. Even though I have palettes here, I wanted the ones that has the wells, as they call them. So I can put, highlighter, cream products, of course, or mixing foundations. Put a foundation in here and just, mix different colors to shade match. Or, there's a squalene, the way you spelled it, and then there's squalene, which is A-N-E. So the squal part is the same, but then one is lane, which is this one, and then the other one is lean, the way you spelled it. They're both different things. I think they do similar stuff, though, but they are different. And so I wanted something I can put different things, because even on the palette I use, and I still use the flat one, I'll put cream highlighter, cream bronzer, cream blush, cream contour. But something like this, you can keep everything separate. And not that the cream products are running, but if you're using like liquid blush, liquid eyeliner, it would be nice to just have it inside. And it came as a 2-piece set. So one is square and one is round. And I've seen people hold it this way, my fat thumbs, and just hold it and just dip in and do what you need to do and mix up stuff different. And it came with spatulas. You already know I have like 3 spatulas. But I said these will be for the kit. And so now we're going to go into here. This is throwing me off because I'm backwards. Apparently I'm not very observant. Because some people pronounce it the same. And I only knew because I'm one of them people, I'm like, that don't sound. And so I looked it up and I'm like, oh, okay, this is really different. These are from Sweet and Shimmer. I don't think they make these anymore. Unscented makeup removal wipes. There's 15 in here. Where did I just get that from? Over here. Over here we have Laura Mercier. Oh, Grace has sent me this. Laura Mercier Clean Canvas Primer, Hydrating Primer. This is a sample of Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum. So just more skincare stuff. These are from my private stash because I have so much of them because I don't use them throughout every day. These are re-wetting drops. And the reason I like these, and these, you can buy them in the store, but I get them prescription. I'm like, I don't have a copay. Can you prescribe those? And so they did. These are re-wetting drops. And what I like about these is I can use these even when I'm wearing my contact lenses, because a lot of re-wetting drops, you have to take your contacts out and then wait like 10 minutes. These I can use with my contacts in. And they're packaged this way because it's a single use. There's no preservatives in it. So you use it and you toss it. But she did tell me for my personal use, because it is full, if you can see, it's filled up to here. And you only need one drop in each eye, usually. She said I can put the cap back on it, but just don't use it the next day. She said don't keep it more than 24 hours. And so I said I'll put some of these in my kit for if my person has dry eyes. They can use some of those. So I don't know where everything else was. So that is everything that was in here, y'all. This is a lot of stuff. So what do y'all think? Oh, I still need to know from the members, do you want me to do a live showing everything in my kit? So that was everything in here. And it's heavy. It is heavy. And I am glad I did get that second brush set, because y'all know if I like a brush, I get more. And the whole set was, I think, $27, $28 for 21 brushes. And so I thought that was a really good deal. And when I used the brushes on my neighbor, she was like, these are really soft. And when my sister seen them, she's like, can you send me that link? Let me see them brushes. Very nice and organized. Locke, you know I'm organized. If nothing else, I am organized. Thank you. Yeah, I just need to, and actually I can take this off of here. And that can go in here. And I'm gonna put this in a smaller bag. I don't need that big bag for that. So, do you members, would you like me to do a live stream showing my entire kit once I have it situated? It'll be everything except whatever Natasha Denona palettes I'm going to get to put in there. But that's what I have for today, y'all. You've unpacked me. Dawn says sure. Dawn, you said before do a live every day. I'm like, it would just be me and you. Just me and you. So you guys have unpacked with me. We had our moment of silence for Martine Cosmetics 669. You've heard some of my thoughts, some prose that I wrote 9 years ago, which is insane. It is a nice brush set. Did I show y'all the brushes before, like when I had first got them? Oh, thank you, Dawn. She gifted a membership. And Gemini Love received a thank you because I'm nosy. Show us after you had the Natasha Denona eyeshadow. So that'll be later. I'm going to write that down. Thank you, Tanya. This is Watermelon Bliss from House Labs. And I have on a House Labs bronzer. And the highlighter is Fire Opal. So it's like that green yellow one that they had. Wow. So let me write that down. So it'll be later this year because I'm going to wait till her end of year sale. I wish it was Dawn. I really do wish that it would give someone that's here in the live. I might make a daily live. I wouldn't do a daily live because then I wouldn't upload videos because I think that's wanting too much time from people. You know what I mean? Because I want people to watch my videos and then my lives are like usually an hour or longer. But then some people do like their daily like tutorials or whatever. But because of my lighting as well. How do y'all think the lighting is sitting here? I mean, there is some shadow, but oh, happy anniversary, Dawn. She's been a member for 4 months. So live stream kit after trying to figure out how to word it without like writing a whole long paragraph. Do a week of daily live in December. You know what? I could do weekly in December because a couple times I have done one Monday and Tuesday. Some have it so bright you can't barely see their faces. You know what it is? I have that little one. This one. I have that up where the thing is, but this sucker is bright. This sucker. So that's the one I have up where my, like I can't talk and do something at the same time, where my webcam is. So that's there. And I have my ring light back here. So if I turn that off, this is what I'm looking like. Vlogmas, live miss. So let me write this note. Okay, live kit after have all shadow palettes. Have all. And I put your name on it, Lock. So this one will be for you. And this will be the end of the year because I am definitely going to wait till her end of the year show, which is always good. Always forget milestones are available. I think I'll be forgetting too. Oh, damn. My 32nd day one, 15 months, Sandy's been with me on here. Oh my gosh. I appreciate that. Yeah, y'all, it just always like amazes me. Like y'all really be rocking with me. Y'all really do. And I'm just, and then when I stop and think about it, that's when I start feeling emotional because I'm just like, oh my God, like my little goofy, silly ass, even though I do get deep at times. But, whew. Okay, so Locke said, you don't often click it if you're not gifting. I appreciate you gifting it. Hopefully there's somebody who does watch. So we'll see. So what was, and I'm going through the comments. Okay, here's the other one from Locke. Week of daily live. I could do that. Oh, so you mean like one every day of the week? Week of live streams. So you mean one every day, Locke? And I do think that's what you mean because I do one every week already anyway. Dawn, I was asking Locke. I ain't even asking you. She's talking about every day in December. First of all, Dawn, you need to start doing videos. Because you be, even though I do be asking members what y'all want, you be the first one, like, and I'm like, but when she gonna? All right, so week of live streams in December. Oh, Lord Jesus. This is what I get for asking y'all. And I do love it, y'all. I really do. You have no energy. Yeah, you do. Did she just Shanny smack? What's this Shawnee smack? No way. What is that? And I'm going to write today's date on here because I'll be like, when did I write this note? September 24th. So I need to feed the bunnies and the ducks. No, that's Sandy feeding the animals. Dawn, here's a question. I know you pet sit. Is it really bunnies and ducks too, or just like cats and dogs and birds? Did she just Shawnee smack? Yeah, wait, I gotta dry my mouth out. Wait, I still can't. Wait a minute. That still ain't coming out right. There we go. You gotta have that. Now, there we go. I can't do it every time. Yeah, she be. She is funny. Okay, so if we do, dang, you watch all the time. You watch a ton of animals this week. Every animal. Dawn needs to keep working on that 5-year palette collection video. I know that's right, Sandy. She do. Just like I associate you with the cheek situation, because I should have trademarked that phrase. Cheek situation. It be popping. I heard somebody else say that, and I'm like, they done stole my phrase. I should have copyrighted that. 7 guinea pigs now, 2 ferrets. Ferrets smell. Oh, my cousin had one once. Ugh. 2 ferrets, 4 cats, 2 dogs, 2 fish, 3 frogs, 6 rabbits, and now wild ducks and a partridge in a pear tree. Oh my God. And my allergies and asthma, I'm already over here like, So, okay, so alive every day for 1 week in December. What am I going to do? I would have to keep them short because if I do like an hour and a half live every day, people ain't going to watch a lot of stuff, a lot of people. I imagine. Yeah, like, and this was when I was a teenager. I would go into the house and be like, what is that smell? And he kept the ferret in his room. But I'm like, why does that walk in the front door? It's like, what the hell is that? Like, ooh, it was bad. So I need to figure out what would I do every day. Oh, somebody gave me a name for it. You know a lot about poop. Vlogmas with Dion, says Tanya. Somebody else has said something. I'm getting a migraine is starting. My hormones that started again today. And I'm just like, they were just here like a week ago for like 2 weeks. I'm like, what the hell? But so it makes sense though, because at least now I know what the migraines are from. Sometimes Mountain Dew helps. I don't know why. Sandy on poop control. Who else gave a name for my weekly vlogs? Vlogmas, Livemas. I need another piece of note paper. Okay, so Dawn says, I like when it gets brighter. I don't know why it keeps switching. So I'm writing all this down. So Dawn says, I think some people do already call theirs a Vlogmas. Vlogmas, Livemas. How does Livemas sound? I don't know. That sounds. I'm thinking. Okay, Dawn says Vlogmas, Livemas. Tanya said something. Trollmas. I think I might have Googled Trollmas before. I'll Google it again because if it's something somebody already uses, I won't, because then if they like search for it, other stuff will pop up. Did I catch your idea for December Live? No, I did not, Sandy. All right, let me go back up because I saw Tanya wrote something. Tanya's been grandfathered into the official Trollkin because she was with me back in like 2008, like seriously, when I had that older channel. No, the moment of silence for 669, Tanya, is that it is officially dead. And the last few times I used it before the last time I used it in comparison to the lethal dupe that I did, I was saying that it was in the coffin. I just needed to close the lid. And now that we have our 669 dupe, and the looks were really close too, which I'm really excited about. And so, yes, 669 is officially done. It is dead. It's going in the garbage. And so that was what the moment of silence was for. We were putting it to eternal rest. I think I might need to go further up. Okay, let me see. Hope it will be someone in the chat. Scroll down. Lighting is good. Vlogmas, Liveness, milestone reminders. Moment of silence. Yes to a live every day for 1 week in December. Oh, there you go, Sandy. Yours was under locks. I like the idea of December lives. Make one about keeping positive in the season. Okay, that's a good idea because a lot of people deal with SAD, seasonal affective disorder. And even people that deal with like just mild depression, sometimes they get more depressed because it's less daylight and stuff like that. And it does affect some people. So let me write that down. That is a good idea. So Sandy says, keeping positive during the season. I'm writing this down. Keeping positive in the season. I wrote this wrong. Keeping positive in the season. And then people who are alone or they live alone, sometimes they feel more isolated because all they hear about, oh, I'm going to my grandchildren's, and then people are like, I ain't got nowhere to go. So that is a good idea, Sandy. Thank you. Let me see if I missed anything else. The Shawnee Smack, no energy. Vlogmas with Dion, says Tanya. That's what I was looking for. Vlogmas with Dion. I am writing so sloppy. Vlogmas with Dion the troll. Vlogmas with Dion. Okay. I think I got it. Yeah, she does do the smack. I just associate Y2 Spec with Shawnee. She is funny. And her facial expressions. Whew. Oh, yeah, and Grace, why you don't need? Y'all, I'd be like, because when I first wake up, I'll put on a video to watch to help get me started. And so I'm like half asleep, and it's like, why you don't need? I'd be like, oh. I'd be like, okay, wait. One of her videos, I commented, why you be clapping and yelling in my ear all loud when you know I'm half asleep? Because I do. And I was like, because sometimes it startles me, even though I know she does that. But because I'm half asleep, I'm like, I'll just play this video. Like, it's not Hung Vango where it's just like, he's just chill. She'd be, why you don't need? I'll be like, okay, I'm awake. Ferrets are descendant, but they have a little odor. I think it has to do with how clean you keep them. Because I've heard some people say they don't smell, but then I'm like, his was bad. So I think it's how clean you keep them in the room. Yes, and so I have your thing down here, Sandy. Keeping positive in the season. Troll Miss Live. I'll write these down. Let me get another piece of paper. I'll Google and see too if somebody uses those already. How about showing what you decorate for the holidays? You know what, Dawn? I don't celebrate holidays. I'm lying. I celebrate Memorial Day and Veterans Day. I don't even celebrate my birthday. Like, I really don't. And so that would be just me just sitting here because I don't decorate for the holidays. Oh, I like that lock. Live from the Troll Nation. Lock. Let me write that down. Live from, I'm on my laptop. I could be just typing this instead of writing all these notes. I am so swift. Live from the Troll Nation. Sandy said Troll Miss Live. So I'm just writing these down and we'll see what sticks. You'll see in December what sticks. Troll Miss Live, says Sandy. And Dawn says Troll Miss. So I'm writing all of these down. I appreciate y'all. And that's why I always be asking the members questions, because y'all really be helping me out here. Maybe give alternatives to celebrating Christmas. That would be hard for me, Tanya, because I don't celebrate holidays except Memorial Day and Veterans Day. So an alternative to do what? Like, I don't do anything anyway. Like, if the family is having to get together, I go to that just because I like to eat. And then I get to see most of the family because most of them are off around the same time. But I don't, and even my family don't really celebrate either. Like, even if we go for, Christmas dinner, nobody's like, Merry Christmas. It's just like, hey, thanks for showing up. Like, since you don't celebrate, I'm sure there are others out there. There are, because some people I talk to, they're like, yeah, we don't do that either. Excuse me. And I only met 2 other people who don't celebrate their birthday. When my mom was cognizant, I would take her out on my birthday. I would take her to get a pedicure, manicure, go to lunch, take her shopping, because she did the work. I mean, I just popped out when I popped out, but it was a struggle. But she did the hard work. So I would celebrate her on my birthday. Shawnee smacks. I'm like, oh, let me get closer to the screen and squint because she's about to drop you. She'd be like, she really do. She really do. Oh, so you knew that, Dawn, you was messing with me, just like I'm messing with you about start your videos. So I'm trying to think of what else before we go. So, jeepers, y'all. Alive every day for 1 week in December. I do have a collab with someone in December, but that's only once a week, and so that wouldn't be that. Because, I'm trying to think of like a short series I could do, like just a series for 1 week. And that can be the live every day for that week. Now, for week, you mean like Sunday through Saturday or just like Monday through Friday? Let's clarify that. So 7 days in the week or just Monday through Friday for the lives? And I think Michelle does her lives. I might be lying. I know somebody does lives on Saturdays, Saturday afternoon. I don't know if it's Michelle or somebody else. You didn't even make myself a birthday cake this year. Imagine if Dawn dropped her first video in December and then go wild with a video every day. That would be, and I would watch every single one too. I would watch every single one. Dawn, that's an idea for you. Today is September. You got October and November to get your poop together since you deal with poop and start your videos in December. That would be awesome, like if Dawn did that. Mismatch for Michelle. Excuse me. Yeah, and other people call stuff something, like different people call it different things. And I don't want to take something somebody else has, but I need to look up the troll stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna try and think of a short series, or if y'all can think of a weekly series, because some of y'all do be having like really good ideas and stuff to do. Like, what could I do every week that could be just like a week series? And also, like, let me know if you meant Sunday through Saturday or just Monday through Friday. So when you said a week. So we'll think of something. And the good thing is it's only September. I had my mentee call tonight. I'm a mentor to someone. And we scheduled for next week. And I'm like, damn, next week is October. What the hell? Y'all, it's almost October. I'm like, where did this year go? But so I think that's everything for today. And I think I might do lives here from now on if I'm not doing face stuff. Or I could just put another light somewhere because there is like a shadow thing. Or what if I move this? I move that one behind the little one that's in front of my webcam. But yeah, so I think that's going to be it for tonight, y'all. And so I will post on the community tab for ideas of what we're going to call this week of lives in December. And my life isn't exciting enough to do a vlog every day. Sunday through Saturday, 7 days, just 1 week, harder than it sounds. But and I know it'll go quick because I love doing lives. I love the interaction with y'all. I really do. And I thank y'all for being here. Excuse me. Sunday through Saturday. So I'm writing that down. So during the week, it'll be still 8 o'clock. And on weekends, maybe 3 in the afternoon or something. Oh, sleep well, Tanya. Thank you for being here for the crazy troll nation. And so that'll be fun. So that'll be a week where I will try not to schedule videos during the day because I don't want to put out so much content that I'm overwhelming people or they're not watching because it's like we saw her earlier this morning in a video. Lives are nice because we all get to chat. And I love seeing y'all when y'all be interacting together too. I'm like, oh, my little trolls is getting along. that always excites me. But so I think we're going to go, y'all, because I can think and post what series to do for that week. I will be able to be present to some of the lives. Some I'll enjoy on replay. Yes. I think I wrote your schedule down somewhere from the beginning when we started lives, like when it was requested that I do, when someone requested that I do one a month and it turned into every Monday because I love them so much. Oh, this thing just clicked off. So this is good for like an hour and 20 minutes because I did fully charge it before we started. So thankfully I do have the other one in the back. Yeah, but this sucker's bright. And it was not that expensive either. But we're going to go, y'all. I'm going to put that skincare in a smaller bag, put these inside my Kitco brush caddy, and put my other makeup away that I showed y'all, took with me that I did not use. And we'll be back here. Let me see. Oh, I can check my phone since I'm not on my phone. I am going to go ahead and schedule for next Monday. And it is already in my calendar. Next Monday, we're doing a haul. Time to go do your skincare. Next Monday, we're going to do a haul. My personal stuff I purchased and stuff that I purchased for my kit, except for, that'll just be a haul. And then on the 7th of October, good night, Lock, sleep well. On the 7th, we're going to do my entire treasure trove, my entire stash. That's going to be a long one. And we may also do, oh no, sorry to hear that, Lock. I hope they clear up soon. I've been congested a lot lately. And I have my balcony door open because it's cool out. It's been cool the last couple of days. So I hope you feel better. And we may do a radical declutter because some stuff I haven't been using and I haven't missed it, but I'm still trying to figure out, is it because I was in that course and now I'm using it, trying to get used to cream products or not? So I don't know, but we're going to go. So Grace, Sandy, Dawn, Locke, Tanya, Sarah, Michelle, everybody else that's here, Tony, we will be chatting through the YouTubes and through text messages, those of you who we do have each other's numbers, and we'll figure out what to do in December, but we have time to figure that out. And we'll be here next week for a live, the week after, my entire stash. It's going to be a lot. So thank everybody for being here. I appreciate all the interaction. I appreciate all the suggestions, all the ideas. And instead of typing them, I have like 3 different notes with stuff. But we're going to go. You'll see me video tomorrow morning, and we'll be back here next Monday night. Everybody have a good night. Thank you all so much for being here. If this is your bedtime, sleep well. Feel better for those of you who are just going through allergies and other things. I'm still here just in case of a quick ending. Yeah, we're ending now. And how do we do that? As always, self-acceptance and self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you all will see me soon. Bye. Where's the button? Good night, everybody.